Hello Libra, and I'm Corinne from Sacred Star Tarot. Welcome to your July 2025 reading. Hope you're really well. If you're new to my channel, thank you for being here to take a look at what to expect in July. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. So we've now entered Cancer season, and of course the Cancerian energy brings in that emotional connection. Our focus is a lot on the home, self-care, self-nurturing. It's a very introspective energy for the month. Then on the 10th of the month, we have the full moon in Capricorn. So the earth sign of Capricorn, where the full moon reveals to us things in our life that need to be understood or changed, anything in the subconscious to do with your ambition, your drive, what you're working towards, and also how you're using your energy in the area of work. So that'll be an interesting revelation on the full moon. Then by the end of the month, we're of course moving into Leo season, and Leo, all of that watery energy now moves to fire. So you might feel the fire or the boldness to do something different. That introverted energy then wants to be expressed externally in a more bold leadership, what you want to achieve, and that fire comes up. So that's an interesting change. Then, of course, we have the new moon in Leo on the 24th. Now, astrologically, there's a lot going on, lots of planets in retrograde this month. And also, the Uranus is now moving from Taurus into Gemini. So Uranus is the 7-year cycles we all go through. And so with Uranus moving into Gemini, that brings in the new 7-year cycle for all of us. So you can always have a look at one of your favorite astrologers online, have a look at your natal chart to see where your Gemini, which house it's in, to delve a bit deeper to see what this 7-year cycle holds for you. Now, that's in the stars in the sky. Let's have a look at what Spirit wants you to know for your highest and best good for the month of July. And I've meditated on your energy. And your theme for the month, your signifier card, is the Six of Swords with the Eight of Cups. Now, these are both cards of leaving something behind. In the cups, it's where, he's built his life. He's gone through the 1 to the 8 of creating what he wants. And then he's not, he's looking for something more. He's ready for his next cup. The 6, similar theme, leaving behind troubles, difficulties, the rough water that has been in the experience, to calmer shores. And so this can be, for some of you, an actual move, or it can be a mental, emotional leaving behind an old way of thinking, the stresses, the anxieties of the mind, the conflicts of the mind. But for a lot of you, it'll be leaving something behind. And if that's in a work environment, it could be just leaving a position to move to a different position. So it can be in a small way or big way. But regardless how it's playing out in your life, this is actually, it's an inner change that always happens when we realize that the conflicts, the disappointments, we're not satisfied, we're aware of that, and we're doing something about it to change. And that will be your focus for the month of July. Coming into the month, which may have precipitated this, is the 5 of Wands. So this is the card of conflict and competition And that could be why this change has happened. Now, again, it could be conflict in the mind. Sick of the mental conflict that presents as the conflict of others, and you're realizing, no, I need this situation to change, and I'm doing something about it, and you are, which is really good because you move from the 5 to the 6, which is the direction that is always best. Then by the end of the month, you have the 9 of Swords. So you're not quite feeling sure about it by the end of the month. There's still some anxieties and fears around it. So we're going to delve a bit deeper to find out why. Now, in your conscious mind for the month, how your mind is thinking, analysing, beliefs, what it's focused on, is the Queen of Swords in reverse. So, Libra, this is you, but you're not in your complete clarity. You're not sure. It's like this move is the right thing, this change is the right thing, but you're not quite confident in it. And that's often the case, because when we do make a change and we make a decision to leave something behind, there's always that level of doubt, and that's what I'm sensing. We second guess ourselves, we doubt, we fear, what, have I made the right decision? And you could be going through a little bit of that, even though it's the right thing. So let's see, in your subconscious mind, this is where the reassurance comes in, because unconsciously underneath the surface is the Lovers in reverse and the 10 of Cups. And this is beautiful because it's telling me that you're really on a search to find your fulfillment, your happiness. It's like underneath the surface of all of this is your unconscious and your spirit wanting more, knowing that, the joy, the fulfillment, the life that you want is available, and there's just some adjustments that need to be made. I'm noticing the stream in the background, which is always to do with our spirit, guiding us back to the ocean, which is source, creation, our authentic self, and our soul. So underneath the surface is this desire that's coming from your subconscious, your spirit, that wants you to have a new level of love, connection, fulfillment, joy. And that's, why this drive might be coming up to make this change for you, even though the mind is having a hard time with it. Because the mind, likes certainty. It doesn't like the instability of change, of leaving something behind when it's not sure. And so it could be your mind that's struggling with it more than your spirit, your gut. Lovely. Beautiful in that subconscious. Okay, now let's get some clarity and ask Spirit for some guidance for this month. Beautiful transition. Call upon the Holy Spirit. Call upon the Divine to clarify this reading for the beautiful Libra for the month of July, please. Clarify this reading for Libra for the month of July. Sun. Heading in the right direction. Good, good, good. Okay. Got an upside down card. That sun wants to come out. Stay in optimism. Stay in optimism. That's why that card just wanted to come out for you, Libra. Don't allow the mind to create unnecessary fears. Sometimes we need to cool the mind out and really look at the fears and look at our anxieties. And if we look at our worst case fears, they're often things we can deal with, or we realize that that's never going to happen. So can we please clarify this reading to guide Libra to their highest good for the month of July? Okay. Lovely. So can we please understand why at the end of the month they're still having anxieties and fears over this decision? Okay. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So that's telling me that you're not feeling maybe that financial stability for some of you, or you're just not feeling stability with this move. And you've got the 8 of Wands, yeah. So there's a reluctance to go for it and to change. And like I said, for some of you, this will be an external change. For some of you, it'll be an internal shift. But there's a reluctance, maybe because it feels unstable, and change is always difficult. And if you've had a past where change has been, maybe even a childhood where there's been lots of instability, we can have a lot of trouble with change, especially the mind. And I think it's your mind that's having the problem. So the advice here is always to go to your spirit. In your subconscious, it's so positive. Okay. Yeah. 2 of Swords in reverse. So again, it's been caught in the mind. King of Wands. Yeah. So let's see what the outcome is. I think you need to see where this is leading to give you that reassurance to help calm the mind so it can feel more confident with this beautiful change and transition, because it's so positive for you. Yeah, Justice. Okay. So the Justice card is all about your balance, keeping neutral about situations. So this is conflict with people. It's about keeping neutral, not having a judgment. It's about fairness and equality, and that's you. So staying in that balance of fairness and equality through this process, that might be something that's important for you too. So meditation, the nine of Swords, how we get out of the 9 of Swords is to face our fears. There's two ways of dealing with this. Facing the fears, really looking at them, because 90, or I don't know the number, but a huge percentage of our fears, our worries, our nightmares, they never happen. It's understanding my mind is not feeling secure, but I can release those fears. I can look at them. What's the worst case scenario? And then we look at it and go, well, that's not going to ever happen. Or we can go, well, if there is a worst case scenario that could happen, I can handle it. But this change is good. So Spirit wants to just reassure you that the change is good. It's to find a new love for life. It's to find your 10 of Pentacles. Stay neutral and balanced through the month. Really strong in your beautiful Libran energy of fairness, equality, and maybe showing that to yourself, that you deserve fairness and equality, and that's why you're moving on. But calming the mind, understanding you may not have, the full idea of where this is going, but trusting it. Can we please have another message to, So the 7 of Cups, that's a reminder of the power that you have to create, the mind gets in fear when we feel a victim, where we think bad things can happen to us. and I can't do anything about it. You know, the fears and anxieties are always the future. The Seven of Cups reminds us that where we focus our attention is the key. So focusing your attention on the outcomes that you want, the desires that you want. The Seven of Cups, we can have all of our fears and all of our desires all mixed up in the one. So this is you and the understanding you can focus on your fears or you can focus on your desires. If you focus on your desires, the outcome is fair, just, and you're okay. And you're safe. Trusting your spirit, which is leading you and guiding you on how to handle this, what direction to go. Yeah, having faith. Okay. Is there any challenge that Libra needs to understand so that they can overcome it with ease and grace? You've got Six of Pentacles. Again, fairness, equality, really understanding these are the two cards of karma. So no matter what situation's going on for you this month, if we understand that where we do things with justice and fairness and equality, that's what we'll get back. And fairness and equality. I think that's going to help your mind feel a bit more safe. So that will be very, very important for you this month, where you're focusing your attention, fairness and equality, the laws of karma, trusting you doing the right thing, good will come back. It's always a life lesson. Everything here is for our growth and for our evolvement and guided by spirit. And it's how we handle it, how we deal with it. So you'll get a really good understanding of that this month. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's have a look at which animal spirit will be guiding you through the month. Can we please have an animal spirit for Libra? You have the raven and shaman. So if you're connected to ravens or you see them often, this is your sign. But otherwise, it is the understanding that you are the creator, you're connected to source, you can use your gifts for good and wisdom. Connect to your inner guidance this month. And let's see what the moon would like to add to your reading. Do we have a moon message for Libra for the month of July? Do we have a message for Libra for the month of July, please? There we go. You have Pisces, full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. And have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Okay. So this month, there's a lot of mental energy, there's a lot of practical things that you'll be doing, but always keep, the guidance here is to keep connected to your spirit, because it will show you the way, it'll show you the direction, but you're getting an understanding on how to use your discernment and your power, the karma, to create a positive outcome. So it's a beautiful understanding to get for the month, leading you to more love, more fulfillment. So Libra, that is your reading. I'm going to call it a big transition. A big transition. I'm wishing you all of my love and light for the month of July, the start of this new 7-year cycle. So this sounds like the transition for the start of that for you. If this video has helped, I would be so grateful for a like and subscribe. It helps my channel more than you'd know. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.